Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about makeup expiration, how to extend the life of your makeup. First of all, the first thing you need to know is that the two top 10 enemies of makeup are heat and humidity. So you want to do everything possible to keep your makeup away from those two things if you want it to last. I'm going to give you a perfect example. On two different occasions in the last few years, I have lost electricity at my house for a week at a time. Both times for the same reason, hurricanes. We had a hurricane. We get like a major hurricane almost every year, and it varies in intensity. And the trees, the wind comes, the trees bend, they break, they hit the wires, and the power goes off. And so we lost electricity for a whole week on a couple different occasions over the last few years. And when that happens, of course, no air conditioning. Usually the hurricanes come right at the end of summer, and so, the storm goes away, and then you've got no power. The house gets hot, it gets humid, you have to open the windows, and I had makeup spoil. I didn't realize it right away, but what happened was, I have a large makeup collection, so I don't use the exact same products every single day. I like to try to kind of mix it up and use different things. So I went to use one of my hard candy cream blushes, and it was it had mold on it. It was disgusting. So I checked the other one that I had because I had two of them. They were two-sided cream blushes, so two on each side, two blushes, four total. Had to throw them out. And I thought, oh my God, if those are bad, what else is bad? And I went through the rest of my makeup and it all seemed like it was fine. But my point is, they would not have gone bad if it wasn't for being exposed to high heat and humidity for that week that I didn't have air conditioning. So if you don't have air conditioning at your house, you're going to lose a certain percentage of your makeup because it's going to be exposed to heat and humidity unless you do something to counteract that. Now, this is going to sound crazy, but if you don't have a huge collection, you may want to consider storing your creams and gels mainly in the refrigerator, because the inside of your refrigerator is cold and it's dry, and those are ideal conditions for makeup. Now, the reason why I say creams and gels is because creams and gels are much more susceptible to going bad. Creams, gels, and liquids. Powder products, for whatever reason, they do not seem to be as affected by it. I'm sure that, given a long period of time, maybe they would. But yeah, creams, gels, liquids are most susceptible. So if you do have a large collection, then I would say maybe consider keeping maybe your more expensive items in the refrigerator because, you paid a lot for them and you don't want them to go bad. I go through my makeup collection, the entire thing, once a year and throw away anything that is over 3 years old. You can look up on the internet about makeup expiration and you're going to see all different time frames. Some people, or the advice that I see most often, the time frame is actually shorter than that. But anything that is cream, liquid, or gel and it's over 3 years old, I toss it. Unless it's MAC Cosmetics. If it's MAC Cosmetics, I bring the containers to MAC, and it doesn't matter whether they're empty or not. Even if they're just old and you don't feel comfortable using them anymore, you can back to MAC 6 containers for a free lipstick. So that's always nice. So at least you get something in return for the money that you spent on products that didn't end up getting used. I have central air conditioning in my house, so I don't have to worry about, normally I don't have to worry about things going bad, but yeah, heat and humidity is are the biggest factors. So you just want to, keep that in mind. If you don't want to keep your makeup in the refrigerator and you don't have air conditioning in the room where you store your makeup, try to do the best you can, even if it's like, keeping a fan running when it gets a little bit warmer. Do whatever you can to keep the heat down where you store your makeup. Um, Something else that I wanted to mention, I don't remember who it was, but I saw a video one time where somebody was suggesting, and I believe it was a very popular YouTube guru that suggested this. Someone was suggesting that in order to use every little bit of your lip gloss, to put the lip gloss container in a glass of warm or hot water to make the lip gloss slide down the tube, so that you could actually get at it or pour it out or something to that effect. Well, I was so shocked when I saw that video because that is the worst thing in the world you want to do. Because like I said, heat and humidity are the enemy of makeup. So if you do that, if you expose your lip gloss to those conditions of sticking it in a glass of warm or hot water, you're essentially forcing your lip gloss to go bad, and it's going to develop bacteria or go rancid, so you don't want to do anything like that. I've also had people say when I was talking about my mascaras drying up, one of you had said the same thing. Take the tube of mascara and put it in a glass of hot water or something like that to make it less dry. You absolutely do not want to do that. It's going to develop bacteria and it's going to be a fast track to an eye infection. So yeah, don't expose your makeup to any more heat and humidity than you have to. Try to keep it dry, try to keep it cool, and I know that's not always possible, but it will last a lot longer if you do. There was one more thing I wanted to say about this. Now, what was it? Can't remember. Basically, that is the essentials. If anybody has any additional suggestions to what they do, or what time frame do you guys use? I use 3 years is what I use for a cutoff point, but not for powder. Powder products, unless I see some form of bacteria or mold or... Oh, I just remembered what it was. When it comes to makeup expiration, one of the best things that you can do is when you get a new makeup product, this is going to sound strange, but trust me, I'm going here for a reason. When you get a new makeup product, if it's cream, gel, or liquid, take your makeup product and smell it. Because one of the ways that you can tell that something has gone bad is when it changes its smell. So let's say you buy a lip gloss or a mascara. If you smell it when you first buy it and you know what it's supposed to smell like, then if the smell changes, you'll know it's gone bad. Because any kind of a funky, foul odor is a big key. Also, it will change. Sometimes the color will change, or it will separate inside the tube if it's a lip gloss or a mascara. Any kind of a big change that you see is a key that you should not be using this product anymore. One time I bought a product. It was either a blush or it was one of those multi-purpose products that you're supposed to be able to use for eyeshadow, blush, and lip gloss. And I bought it at a dollar store, but it was one of those generic dollar stores that isn't part of a chain. And it was a product that I had never tried before, and I was like, oh, I've always wanted to try this. So I bought it, I brought it home, I took it out of the sealed package, opened it up, and it smelled horrible. and this is supposed to be a brand new product. Well, obviously the store had gotten some remainders from something maybe that was old or discontinued, so it was bad before I even tried it. So because it was only $1, I just tossed it. I didn't bring it back to the store or anything. But yeah, you have to be careful when you shop at these kind of dollar stores, discount, deep discount stores, you know, anything like that, because you don't know how old this stuff is or how long it's been sitting around before it gets to that store. So just keep that in mind, that you want to really look it over good before you purchase it, you know, and if you see any sign of separation or change in color or anything like that, obviously you can't smell it, but if you open it up and it's bad, toss it. You know, don't even take a chance, because you don't want an eye infection, or you could even get an infection on your face or anything like that. One of the things that I see all the time that really freaks me out that people do is in stores that have testers, don't ever swatch something on a tester in a store and then put it on your face, on your eyes, on your lips. You don't know who's been touching that or what was on their fingers. And trust me, no matter whether the store cleans those testers or not, there are germs and bacteria in those testers that are out at the stores. Don't ever put any of those products on your face in any way, shape, or form. Okay, lecture over. I wanted to put this information out here because it's something that we don't really talk about or think about that often, but yeah, there's germs in makeup. It occurs over time under certain conditions. Do what you can to keep yourself safe, and you'll be glad you did. Bye.